Hello everybody and welcome back to Formula Virtual Racing. We are here for the FEO Portuguese Grand Prix. It is round number 3. It has been Legend Rosenberg dominance once again, some will say, this season, but we are here. My laptop was on full volume, ignore that. I am once again joined by Brendan. Brendan, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, and yourself, although I think I know how you are feeling at the moment.
I do not like Cristiano Ronaldo is the only thing I'm going to say, because he's a penalty merchant. Other than that, very excited for this Grand Prix. We are back here in Portimao for the second FEO Portuguese Grand Prix. It is it's going to be an interesting one here tonight. We are getting ready for qualifying for some reason, although I do have a feeling that the lobby isn't working, which would be rather ironic because this is the first week that we have actually started on time. Oh, are we going now? We are going now. We're in, Brendan. We are in. I was a bit concerned there for a moment, not going to lie.
I was in for earlier than you.
Oh no, I've been in. It's just I had a timer or something on.
I
so
don't see anyone going out on track.
No one out on track yet. We're only 15 seconds in. The clock has 17:41 on the timing.
I'm not 16:47.
Oh, for crying out loud! Oh, good old Cody's. They never fail to amaze me.
It just gets worse and worse.
It gets worse and worse, and it just gets so much worse. We are back. We're here in Portimao. Some interesting things to talk about at this track. Last season, of course, was a Legend Rosenberg win. Madelon Chinez got his first podium. I believe we have someone going out on track in a moment's time. A couple of cars making their way out. Lewis McWilliam is one of them in the Aston Martin. His steering wheel had a bit of a spasm coming out of the pit lane, but he is here now. Legend Rosenberg, another one out on track, and Liam Redmond just ahead of him. Chloe Glennon in the other Williams slightly ahead as well, followed by Aaron McFall. Aaron McFall joined by Luke Davies for this week. His new teammate. We'll get the tyre graphic off your screen for the moment's time. Almost everyone on the softs. It is a soft medium strategy around here, I believe, Brendan.
Yeah, it should be soft medium, but the potential for safety cars is there.
The potential for safety cars is very high. We do have quite often a safety car around here in Portugal, especially in the Formula Virtual Racing Academy series last night. I believe there was a few. Wasn't there myself, but I did believe there was a few safety cars in Portugal. It looks bright and sunny. We had a wet start to the race last season, and we're going to hope we did well. I mean, if we get rain, I don't care. We're in a nice commentary box. We're not getting soaking wet, but it was a wet start. I'm sure the drivers don't really want us. Rainy conditions can be difficult around Portimao.
Yeah, as there are some corners already feeling like the wet with the limited traction. Yeah, and so we have some people about to start that. Aaron McFall.
We go for Legend. I believe Legend's about to start the lap. Totally not already on board with him.
Well, let's go for it. And then, as you begin to start the lap here, up and then down, as that is the way it is around Portimao. A lot of elevation here. Here, like Barcelona circuit, with just a bit more elevation to it, makes it a little bit nicer. It's downhill and into the first braking zone. You attack the apex. Make sure you hit the second one. Yeah, before you hit the slow braking zone there. Temporary down the first gear. Not choice. And through the uphill left-hander, where sometimes traction can feel like it is non-existent. And downhill again. Really using all that track. You have to be very careful with track limits as well, as they are very strict. And a little bit of braking there before you have the more braking. Just make sure you get the car in the right place for the traction. And now uphill again. And so you dive towards the apex. Just remember, pick up traction in the right time, as a CO may have held him up there. Just didn't really get out of the way. And now to last proper corner really before the right hand kink over the crest, and it is, let's see what the time will be. Aaron has set the early pace, but this is a 16.3, so just a little bit quicker. And Lewis, quicker again. So there you go, there are you, some of your first lap time. Brady P4, Jackson P5, now Enzo P4. Is Tim Wentig now P5? Some people getting pushed down a bit. Aceto has went for a spin. The AlphaTauri gone spinning. A statement we've heard a little bit too much this season, but to be fair to Yuki, he has done well. And I'm not sure where Evan is, but I'll just go.
Oh, my microphone's been muted. Oops.
Oh no.
Brendan, I was literally texting you asking you to stop talking over me, but my microphone's been muted.
I wouldn't. You should know if I'm talking over.
Oops. Well, I was on a big spiel there about how Bill Novak has he's gone for a spin there in turn 3. How the Enzo was improving. How Tim be a little bit disappointed with his lap, but you didn't hear any of it. So, oh well, that's tonight's blooper.
It's out of the way.
Luke Davies, the new Alpine main driver, Alpine. There's another blooper. He just came through the turn 8 of Samsung up toward turn 10 of Portimao now. He is hoping to keep up the good results. He had a good result last night at this track. He's hoping to keep it up tonight. Right on board with the Alpineman. See what he can do. It's very close to the top of the timing. The two Aston Martins once again clearing the way. Apologise for that notification on the left hand side. Here comes Luke Davis across the line. Where's he going to slot himself? P8, just behind Jake Marsh. He's going to hope to improve on that one, but he is within the second of pole. It's not too close. In the pack tonight, as Sito's certainly not too close.
Pierre Thomas, I believe. As he just ahead of Luke, and look, Jake Marsh on the medium tyre.
Jake Marsh on the medium compound tyre, so that's why he may not be necessarily near the top of the timing sheets. He is on a set of the mediums. As a lot of drivers actually set laps. It can be difficult to get a lap in here sometimes. The driver's not finding that too difficult. Borbjorn hoping he can make turn 1 this season. Of course, Borbjorn did not make turn 1 last season. Hoping he can do it now.
Let's see. How's the return of Gift Chero to?
Yeah, Gift is back tonight since his Gift, of course, hasn't been racing much due to moving to the land of the free and the home of the Whopper, America. He trying for Alfa Romeo tonight. He is back. He's on the pad though, I believe, so he may not be the quickest in the world. He doesn't have a wheel set up yet, so he is on the controller.
So it is nice to have him back, and also see Juan's on outlap. Let's see what he can do. Mercedes have not really had the start they wanted this season, but there is always a chance here, and it's never too late to get your season up and running. And well,
it is only round 3, so still some opportunity for the drivers who may have had a poor start to the season to get themselves up. As Junior's going to start his lap now. He's coming across the line now. Sam Davison is in P6 and Haas P7. Haas hoping for some good points. Of course, they did get a podium on track last week, but unfortunately Jack Redmond was disqualified from the session. That's Marcel serving his qualifying ban. He got a qualifying ban. The stewards were very harsh on penalties last week, and rightly so. It was not a good week in terms of the driving standards. Going to hope tonight is much better, as Jack Redmond has just joined the chat now. That was a bad time for me to start talking about it, but hope you're doing well, Jack. Jack, of course, being replaced by Kieran Spears for tonight's Grand Prix. He'll be back next week, I'm sure, in Azerbaijan. This has been not the best first sector for Junior, but he is on pad, as we say. Oh, he's off. He is off. Not validated, thankfully, for the Ugandan-born. See what he can do as heads into Portimao.
Yeah. I'll say it won't be the most, won't be the quickest of time, but even still, if you're Junior, it will be, well, even still, just a welcome return to racing.
He could be Bill Novak.
Well, yeah, 145. I think
it's feasible.
Yeah, that's more of a time for Spa, to be honest.
He has beaten it. Well done, Junior. Off the foot of the grid. Legend and Lewis are on qualifying laps. Juan has gone P3. Juan Hernandez only sets 2 qualifying runs all the time. Legend Rosenberg is purple in Sector 2. He's improving by almost 0.2 of a second as he heads through the long right-hander. There's a lot of long right-handers. I probably should have specified, and it's invalid. He's pulled a Max Verstappen. He's invalidated it on the final turn. That's probably at this next lap, so he is into the pits. Let's see what Lewis McWilliam is doing on his qualifying run. It's not looking too shabby for Lewis McWilliam. He's going to get a bit of toe off the car in front of him. Bit of a wobble. He's got a bit squiggly through there. Holds to the right-hand side. Famous incident on that curve Lewis had, of course, where he just pushed Mantle straight off. Mantle got sent spinning around. Lewis McWilliam improves to a 16 flat. That is an excellent time for the Scotsman. And, that could be good enough for pole position almost. Aaron McFall pacing it through the first sector. He's caught up behind the Haas of Sam Davison, who has thankfully vacated the vicinity, and Aaron's around. It was a snap heading up the hill for Aaron McFall, and the Alpine has not had L plan, it has had L spin. That's unfortunate for him.
Oh, see, the person who is the real L plan, Juan Hernandez, is P3.
Yeah, Juan Hernandez, because the L plan for FER is actually Juan's, because, well, he's Spanish and he kind of just takes it upon himself. Luke Davies is improving by almost 0.1 of a second on his first appearance for the Alpine outfit as a main driver, replacing Marcus Dowell, who had a poor end to his FER career.
He's having a bit of a trip in the gravel.
He is. But,
exploring the racetrack.
Yeah, Luke Davies replacing Marcus Dowell. Marcus had a poor end to his third spell as an FEO driver, but like Zlatan Ibrahimovic in international football, you just never know when it ends. We'll see what Luke Davies can do here to replace the Norwegian. I'm sure he won't like me comparing him to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, considering he's a Norwegian, but I highly doubt he's watching, so we'll see what Luke Davies can do. He's going to keep the car to the right-hand side. Some drivers find it quicker to keep to the right-hand side. Some drivers find it quicker to keep to the left. Luke, across the line, improves to 11th. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not a bad starting position, 11th. Enzo King pushing a lap in his Mercedes.
Watch Jake here. Obviously, he is on the soft tyre now. Let's see what he can do with it.
Yeah, Jake's gone soft. Jake's gone for the soft tyre. You best believe I'm trying to keep a giggle in after saying that one. That's Thomas Pierpont. I've said that wrong. I've completely butchered that one. Thomas has gone to 9th spot. May just keep that one as Thomas for the remainder of the night, because we don't get the fancy glow in the dark McLaren livery in this game. Maybe we are back to the plain one. And here comes Jake Marsh across the line. It's 2nd spot for Jake Marsh. That's not half bad for the Northerner, the Northern Englishman. As I should have specified where he's actually from the north, but that's not a bad lap by Jake Marsh. That's really good for the Ferrari. He's looked so fast as Jake Marsh in recent times. Kieran Spears, another future star of the series, another future British star of the series, is pushing a lap now. See what he can do into Portimao. Oh, just invalidates. Just invalidates. Very marginal.
If you're lucky enough to be outside top 10, because he wouldn't have to start in the tyres he's currently on the best time with, and they were 3 laps old. So he just needs to get back into the pits, and maybe if he has a new set, then just try put them on, and I'll just hope that he can get the lap time in.
Legend Rosenberg's belting a lap in early on here at the final parts of the session. You normally see the drivers come out last minute. He's improving by 0.1 of a second compared to his recent PB. That would not be enough for pole position. Oh, he's wide. Legend, a couple of mistakes creeping into the current championship leaders driving tonight. The Aston Martins won both of the opening 2 races in Austria and in Brazil, but he's not looking like he could win in Portugal tonight. A couple of mistakes creeping in. That's definitely lost him some time running wide. See how he attacks Portimao. That's of course the name of this corner for context, and that's invalid. No, he's backed off though. Not good for Legend Rosenberg. Aaron's invalid, and he's taken a bit of an obscure entry to the pits, taking the MotoGP line into the pit lane.
Well, get in and get out. That is what I would be thinking now, just get into the pits, lower the fuel if it can be lowered, and just make sure he has a new set of tyres on if they are there.
Thomas in the chat saying it wasn't a bad attempt at pronouncing his name. Well, I thank you for that. I'm not trying it again for the sake of my dignity, but Legend is trying it again. He's going for another lap now. He's just started it. Let's see what the Aston Martin can do as he heads down towards turn 1. The Aston Martin flies by us, the runner-up in last season's championship. The man leading this one. He certainly wants to win a championship and keep his run going. Went on an absolute fantastic run last season of race wins. Sadly wasn't enough. Lewis McWilliam just edged him out in the final parts of the season in France and Singapore. Legend, purple sector 1. It's much better on this attempt. Down into the slow hairpin. No, he's wide again. Legend makes the same mistake as before, but keeps it valid. Maybe that could be a tactical perspective to get the best time through there. Through turn 8 of Samsung. Sadly no iPhone corner on this one, which would probably be better. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah. Say that when your battery's just dead after about 10 minutes.
I have a fantastic phone battery, mind you, Brendan. As Legend Rosenberg is not having a fantastic middle sector. He is he's lost a bit of time. He needs to pump in an absolute blistering final sector here. It's where he invalidated, so he probably has a bit of time. He couldn't validate again. No, keeps the car well here. Drivers tend to run out of ERS coming around this corner. We'll see how's Legend, and I think he has. Here comes Legend Rosenberg. No. It's only good enough for 4th. Sam Davis, however, has slotted into 3rd. That's an unexpected one. The man who's been very off-colour in recent races, and all of last season, as I say that, he spins. I'm going to get off him. Yeah, I'm going to get off him for that. That was not great. It's Tim Wentink will start a qualifying lap now. Oh no, Jackson Turner has a bit to go on his lap. It was Thomas. Sam. Oh, Sam! Sam! How have you managed to do that?
I think what you said about being... You know what you said about being off-colour? I think he might still be a bit off-colour.
That has to go into some sort of meme compilation. For crying out loud, Sam.
That's 2 commentators' curses in the space of a day. Or in 24 hours.
No, we don't talk about the other one. That was an absolute howler, that one was. As Thomas has actually overtaken Tim Wentink. Tim Wentink has backed out. Kyle is Sam. Yes, Sam is racing on Kyle's account. That is what's happening there. Kyle Davis, of course, chief engineer, former chief engineer Sam Davis, aka his brother. But Tom is on a lap now. Legend Rosenberg on the outside there, and it's invalid. Oh, disappointing for him. He still has time for one more run. So, yeah, not too bad in that form of things. Lewis McWilliam, though, the man currently on provisional pole, is also on a flying lap. He's pacing it through the first sector. Let's have a look at the Aston Martin here. Not too bad through the uphill section. He's purple in 1, which is imagined because it was a very good first sector. Doesn't make the same mistake Legend does. Runs perfectly on the track limits. Leans perfectly on the car. That's Chloe out. Is that in the pit lane? I think it is. I can't see any slow Williamses on the circuit. And we'll see what Lewis McWilliam can do. Sweeps up through Craig Jones and into Portimao.
And
this is a very, very good lap for Lewis McWilliam. This is a fantastic qualifying lap for Lewis McWilliam. If he can nail this final sector, things will only get better. He has nailed the final sector almost. 1 corner to go, and it's a flat-out corner. This has been a good lap for Lewis McWilliam, but is it a great lap for Lewis McWilliam? It is a fantastic lap for Lewis McWilliam. A 15.9. He breaks into the 115s. Jake Marsh, can you reply, son? Let's see what he can do. Pacing it through 7. Aaron McFall has put one up there. He's gone 2nd spot. Fantastic attempt from Aaron McFall to get himself up the order. That was unexpected. Wasn't even expecting that one. Keep an eye on Juan Hernandez as well. Good pace from the Spaniard around Portugal always. Probably a little bit of his country's reputation lying in that one. Jake Marsh is improving, but it's not improving by enough. He'll just be hoping to shoot up in front of Aaron McFall this time. He wasn't far off Lewis, so he knows Aaron is not far in front. Final corner for Jake Marsh. Cito has been disqualified. That's a 2nd Dutchman disqualified from the session. Jake Marsh holds to the right hand side. Is it good enough to snatch the pole off the Scotsman? No, he will stay third, and Juan could only improve a 10th for 5th. Enzo King is belting it towards the line. Oh, but he's been held up by an Alpine. He still managed to beat his teammate, however, and gone 5th. Not bad for Enzo, and that is qualifying. Lewis McWilliam takes pole in Portimao.
Yep, and Legend only P4. However, we do have to know Legend still has a bit of a gap in championship, but there's still a long way to go yet.
Still a long way to go, but Lewis, he liked that pole, and he's a bit ahead of his rivals of Legend Rosenberg. But he does have Aaron McFall right behind him. Sam Davis it. And Sito would start from the back because of 2 disqualifications. That's it's not great, really, to get disqualified from a qualifying session. But there is your top 14. Lewis McWilliam on pole position here in Portugal. Aaron McFall in 2nd, Jake Marsh in 3rd. Leslie Rosenberg will start from 4th on the grid. Enzo King will start 5th, followed by Juan Hernandez in 6th spot. Jackson Turner starts 7th on debut. Kieran Spears will start in 8th. Liam Redmond 9th. Tim Wentink will round out the top 10. And Thomas will start in 11th. Luke Davies will start 12th, followed by Brady Pollock in 13th. Chloe Glennon will start from 14th. Borbune 15th. Gift Fichero 16th. Bill Novak in 17th. Marcel Magiera 18th. And the 2 disqualifications of Sam Davison and Sito will start 19th and 20th. That was an interesting one for sure. But Brendan, who's going to win the Portuguese Grand Prix?
Well, Lewis has been fairly consistent in qualifying, and well, again, who knows what could happen. I see the weather, I don't think we're getting any changes there. One thing is, Jake could do something as well. This isn't like we know his pace, well, over 1 lap anyway on the medium tyre was also decent. So who knows what could happen there.
Yeah, anything could really happen. It is Formula Virtual Racing for a reason. Round 3 last season was the FIR British Grand Prix. We had a fan favourite in that one. It was an absolute fantastic race. Let's hope that even if this one's half as good, we'll be in for one of the races of the season. I believe Enzo King will start. No, he won't start in the hards for sure. He qualified in the top 10. But it does look a bit overcast here in Portugal. So I wonder, could we get some weather intervening in the latter part of the Grand Prix?
I don't really know about that. It would have been probably beneficial to ask. As we look at the tyre choices, bit of a split. We have Thomas on soft, then Luke medium, Brady soft, Chloe medium, Borbune soft, Junior medium, then softs for Bill Nowick, Marcel Magiera, and Sam Davise, and then Cito in P20 on the medium tyre. So we have a bit of a split, I would say.
Yeah, a bit of a split. It is a predicted one-stop strategy. You can see on the bottom, soft to hard. That one says it is a soft to medium, but we will get some safeguards for sure. That's a wide line from Aaron McFall to get some temps into the tyres. Tyre temps can be crucial around here because if you're on cold tyres going up one of them hills, enjoy facing the wrong way. You will go round.
I mean, it is one way to get tyre temperatures.
Oh yeah, it certainly is, as this is a very slow formation lap by the back markers. Lewis is pacing it around, get the tyre temperatures in. So are the top 3, but Legend just holding back a little bit. Gotta let his Aston Martin teammate shoot up the front. Not going to be too panicky in terms of getting himself up the order. But this is going to be an interesting race start. Lewis needs to nail this one, or Aaron will have a go at him into turn 1. Aaron, typically a decent starter here in the series. Oh, we'll have to wait and see.
He may be home to win this race, but you have to remember to finish first you must finish.
Exactly. That is a very valid point there, Brendan. To finish first you have to finish.
And Cito is doing a burnout or practice start here.
Cito doing a practice start and will hopefully hope to survive a little bit longer than he did last season. He didn't last very long. He did last very long, actually. He just crashed. So he'll be hoping not to do that this season, as he wants to hopefully get a good result for AlphaTauri tonight. Starts on the mediums. Potential is always there. It's a very big grid here in Portugal. Very large straight. As the drivers are lined up on it now. We get ready to go here in Portimao. Hopefully all okay in terms of loading. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We go racing in Portugal. Jump start at the back from Bill Novick. But what's the start like for Lewis McWilliam? Aaron McFall already alongside. Tucks into the slipstream, however, and avoids out. There's a couple of cars piling into turn 1. Tim Wentink, one of the more notable ones. Thankfully has got through all cleanly. Aaron McFall didn't get alongside Lewis McWilliam like he would have wished. Got a good start though. Could still attack down towards the hairpin. Lewis has got away well, and there's bit of a gap to Jake Marsh. All over at the back as Legend Rosenberg sends one up the inside of the Briton. He pushes him a little bit wide. This invites Enzo King to sneak his way through. The Austrian sneaks his way up onto 4th spot and just behind the other Aston Martin of Legend Rosenberg through Samsung for the first time. Aaron McFall apologise. He's going for the lead though. Still close behind. Lewis McWilliam has not faded away in this lap at all. There's a spinner at the back. There's a crash at the back. It's Giv Bashiro and it is Cito who has gone there, but we go back up the front. Lewis McWilliam needs to get a good launch down this straight. Around McFall may attack him. It's been a fantastic first lap in terms of battling. Legend Rosenberg gains a spot, so does Enzo King. Jake down 2, won't be a happy camper at the wheel of that Ferrari, but round the final corner for the first time, Lewis McWilliam leads us onto the second lap here in Portugal, but Aaron's got straight line speed. Aaron's got the ERS and Aaron's on the move. Can he go for a move down into turn 1? It'd be a bit stupid if he does. He does not go for it. Opts for a more clever option. Jake Marsh finds his way back past Enzo King. Crucial manoeuvre, some would say, for the Briton, as there is some movement back. It's Thomas who's gone. The McLaren of Thomas has gone into turn 1. Hopefully everyone can avoid the spinning McLaren. Tim Wentink up 2 on the move as well. He's not looking half bad at this race start, as there's no real battle for first position right now. It's a good race start, Brennan. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, a bit cleaner than last week.
Much cleaner.
And well, it's a good race now. Just people are tending to just keeping with each other here. It's actually, well, that's a...
Oh, that's a spin! That is Chloe Glennon, who's gone round at Samsung on the mediums. That's disappointing, as Lewis is starting to pull away a little bit from Aaron McFall. He's not keeping with Lewis, is Mr. McFall in the Alpine. He wants to do a better job than this if he's going to challenge for the race win here. Of course, he wants to win the championship. It's not been the best of starts to the championship for Aaron McFall. The real highlight of Alpine's season was the 1-2 in qualifying in Austria. Lewis fastest lap of the race. Obviously, he's flying at the front of the pack.
ERS being used.
A lot of ERS being used for Aaron McFall.
Although he will get a helping hand at DRS here.
He will. At least he'll have that now. So Lewis will be trying to pull away from the DRS on this lap. The two Mercedes running well in 5th and 6th. Enzo King and Juan Hernandez both doing a good job, although I imagine Juan may try to get past his Austrian teammate. And he'll try and play him as a bit of a wingman. And something's happened to Legend. He's all out of shape into the hairpin. As I believe that could be the AlphaTauri gone at turn 1 again. That's Cito gone again. But something's happened to Legend. He's got all out of shape and he's fallen out of Aaron McFall's DRS. Meaning Jake Marsh could get past the Aston Martin here. As Aaron has caught up to Lewis.
Legend can catch up, yeah.
Yeah, he's in it now.
He's in now, so he should be alright.
He's looking really inconsistent today, though, is Legend Rosenberg.
Yeah, oh, and that's Cito gone again.
Cito gone again. He's really not having a good time. Let's see what Aaron McFall can do. Can he catch Lewis McWilliam? Lewis will not have the DRS. Aaron McFall will, so he'll gain a lot down this straight. It is the long-ish straight. And whoever has the better straight line speed setup will most certainly be gaining. And it is Aaron McFall gaining quite a lot. Juan Hernandez, is he going to go for his teammate? No, he's not. Down into turn 1, not quite close enough. Nobody really close enough. All in close proximity, but not close enough. Tim Wentink struggling a little bit through turn 1 there in the Red Bull. But Brendan, would you like to run through some winners and losers?
Yep, I shall in a moment there. Yep. So Legend is a winner, but also he's not really doing. Oh, and he misses braking there.
He's wide again. Legend's struggling in this part of the circuit. He's wide again.
No, he's missing his braking point. That's probably his biggest problem. As it was clear there that he definitely missed his braking point.
He's definitely struggling through that part of the track. Whatever's wrong, it's not going well for him through there. He's quick in the other parts, just not that corner.
Well, Jake, is not one position. He also likes, Sam, who's up from P19 to P13, as that is Cito gone again, and he is definitely the biggest loser of this.
Yep, so Cito is not having a good time of things. He is planted at the back of the field. Brady Pollock and Kieran Spears having a battle here through the final corner almost. Brady on the outside, Kieran Spears on the inside. We have to just cut to the front to see what's happening here. There's no real battles. We'll cut back down to Kieran Spears and Brady. Brady has slot in behind, but he will get the DRS. Luke Davies could be involved in this one as well. Down the main straight we go. The AlphaTauri driver could look to make a move. Liam Redmond could get involved in this one as well. This is going to continue on throughout the first sector, as these guys are really close, going to be hoping to make some moves. As someone sent one up the inside. No, they have not, and that is Cito gone again. Really not good, as we could get a swap-a-roo between the two Mercedes. No, one is just going to stick behind. No team orders at that team, which is a surprise for Mercedes-Benz, and I can't imagine Cito's going to continue on for too much longer after this. He's really far behind. Luke Davis really close to the back of the car in front. He is right on the back. Is that someone around? It's Tim Wentink. Tim Wentink has spun, and he unfortunately will be sent towards the back. He'll be sent with his teammate as Kieran Spears trying round the outside of Luke Davies. Luke Davies has got the move done. So the Alpine is a man on the move. Is that someone else out of shape? Apologies, that was Sam Davis we were on board with, not Kieran Spears. Kieran Spears is in front of Brady Pollock. That's a muddle from me, I do apologise. Legend Rosenberg could try attack Aaron McFall and make it an Aston Martin 1-2. An Aston Martin 1-2, you've never heard of that before in Formula Virtual Racing, have you? We'll see what he can do. Down towards turn number 1. He's not close enough, and this DRS train just cannot be separated at this moment in time. As Kieran Spears has got past Liam Redmond. Liam on the inside. Is he going to send it again? No. Kieran gets up to P8, and he is back up to where he started. Good battling back for the Briton. As Legend has finally got that turn nailed. He's nailed it this lap and last lap, so he seems to know what he's doing now in the in the cockpit of that Aston Martin. Apologies, Kimi Räikkönen there. Jake Marsh keeping up with Legend though. Jake not struggling too much at all in P4. He did lose that position at the start, but he lost 2 spots. He's gained 1 of them back.
Just a point to make. When is somebody here going to try to trigger the pit stop window?
Yep, I have no idea what lap it is, Brendan. You'd have a better idea than me.
I think it is probably around lap 10, 11, 12-ish, but I'm just saying somebody could pull in lap 9 and try undercut and gain a couple of places.
They could. Aaron's got a bad run through the final corner. Legend Rosenberg's up and alongside. This battle could continue unless Legend has a lot more straight line speed. He certainly does. Aaron swaps in behind as Chloe has picked up a 3-second time penalty. Aaron's just lifted off and he'll concede. Legend Rosenberg up to second spot. Could attack his teammate now. Aaron not putting up much of a fight there was the Alpine, just going to accept the fact the Aston Martin's quicker and lets him through. And Jake Marsh with a bit of a wobble up the hill. He's got the position as Mercedes finally swapping around. Enzo, oh no, he's alongside. Oh, if that was a team order, that was very badly done by the Mercedes crew. But Juan is in front of Enzo now.
Or not.
Oh, Brady! Brady almost losing it and almost heading to the grass, but good car control by the South African born. He has he saved the car there and saved them from a nice trip to the front wing shop, as that's Chloe gone again at the back, I believe.
Well, a fair few spins for those at the back anyway.
Yeah, it's not been the... Oh, Cito's been disqualified from the Grand Prix.
Oh dear, how have you managed to pull that one off?
I'm not going to ask, really. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. He's probably the first ever man to get disqualified from qualifying and the race in the same race weekend.
Oh lord, is his AI pulling off into a bad spot?
Legend Rosenberg is right on the back of Lewis McWilliams. Since he's nailed that corner, Legend is absolutely flying in this Portuguese Grand Prix.
Yeah, it seems like he's figured out maybe 1 or 2 things now.
He knows what he's doing, most certainly.
And well, he's still fairly quick in terms of his first sector anyway. But obviously DRS assisted in a way.
DRS definitely helping the Dutchman.
Yep. See, Aaron is still keeping up. The thing is, he just didn't really have the ERS to use like the others did.
Yeah, he burned it all very early, did Aaron McFall. He's not having the best of times right now, but he's coping well, but still a lot of work to do.
As yellow flags, his team Wenting, I believe, probably had a little bit of a mistake there. He's behind his teammate.
Tim Wenting has struggled. He got a great start, but he has struggled. We now go on the main straight again. How close is Legend? Let's have a look.
He is closing, but not close enough just yet.
Not close enough, but there's a swap for third spot, and it's Jake Marsh who snuck his way through an Aaron McFall. That one, I wasn't expecting that one. Jake Marsh did a really good job there to get a third spot. Did the Britain, the 2 Aston Martins though. These two could start fighting at any moment. They're probably together, and they do work well together, but my god, would I love to see a scrap between the two of them.
DRS situation, Legend has that a little bit more. The thing is, you have to be careful of when you use it, because I noticed yesterday it was hard enough to actually get back your ERS, and I think Aaron is probably bearing a lot, or pretty much realizing that at the moment, as he is only at 22%, and it's not going to be easy to get his ERS tank filled up.
He will be struggling to get the ERS filled up. Liam P10, let's go, says Leroy. We have a Liam fan in the chat. Everyone is a Liam fan, even if they say they're not. Legend's got a poor run through that corner, but he is really close to his teammate, Lewis McWilliam. Can he go for it? Down the main straight here. Is he burning his ERS? Take a look at the steering wheel of the Aston Martin. He is not. He's just going to sit behind for this lap. He's close. He's gaining. If he burned his ERS, he could get there. But the Dutchman just settling to sit behind. Let Lewis do the dirty work in front. Jackson Turner making moves. He's tried the outside on Enzo. Can't get it done though. Enzo King keeps the position, and Sam Davis is now up into the points, starting from 20th spot. Really good stuff from Sam Davis from P19. Apologies, from the back of the grid. Nevertheless.
Oh, see, there was one man who started in P20, and they've already managed to get disqualified here.
Yes, they have. They've already managed to get disqualified. That is Sito. He's not even a retirement. He's our only man not driving on the circuit anymore who started this Grand Prix. As Aaron he's close behind Jake, but Jake has caught up to the Aston Martins. Jake has fantastic pace here today, Brendan. Could Jake at the start of the race just save the tyres, save the battery, and just kept his head and is now going for an attack heading into the pit stop window?
Still got the least DRS out of the top 3. Lewis is around 70 and Legend around 90.
We'll get the ERS up in you on the stream for a moment's time. There is the ERS. Legend 84%. He's not burning anything. He just has raw pace to keep it with his teammate. The Aston Martins though, if Jake Marsh does keep at this pace, they'll have to get a move on.
Yeah, see what Jake can do, because if these two start battling up front, then he gets to close up.
Oh, is that a pit stop? That's Sam Davis is the first to trigger the pit window. This could trigger the midfield pit window, and we'll see what the undercut is like. Sam Davis into the pit lane for Haas. There's a battle here for P12. That's Thomas up the inside and True on the Ferrari of Marcel Magiera. Back up the front though, 4/10 separates the top 2. That's a penalty for Kieran Spears in 8th spot. Not many penalties so far in this Grand Prix. The guys have been fairly clean on the track limits.
As PSF1 and Brady having a battle here, as looks like Kieran is just that little bit ahead. I will be at least until the straights, although neither of them want ERS, so they could be in a precarious position for undercuts.
They could be, and I just have to overcut you there, because Jake Marsh is right behind the Aston Martins. But just remember here, Brendan, the Aston Martins both have to pit at some point. One of them's going to have to stay out a lap extra. Legend's in, and there we go. Legend, Jake and Aaron McFall all into the pit lane. Lewis McWilliam stays out. So Lewis could get caught with an undercut here. There's Jackson Turner in as well. So is Kieran Spears. So is Brady Pollock. So is Liam Redmond. Luke Davies has to stay out due to his teammate Aaron McFall.
How powerful will an undercut here be?
Juan Hernandez has also stayed out on the track, may I add. Enzo King was the Mercedes who came into the pits. He had the preferred strategy. He pitted on lap number 11. I think Legend triggered a lot of those pit stops. Seen a lot of people followed him in. It was a late call though, because he had to see what his teammate was doing. I wonder, was that communicated between Aston Martin? It could well have been. There's no real rivalry between the two Aston Martin drivers.
But look what happened now. He has a clear track. Full tank of ERS, fresh tyres.
We'll have to see. He is going to try get the undercut, as is that Chloe off once again. Oh, the Williams has gone spinning across the curb. And that's unfortunate. Chloe hasn't had the best of times and is on a fresh set of softs, but and is now unfortunately a lap down.
You'd wonder, because it looks like. Well, let's see if Lewis is in.
Yeah, surely he is in this lap. Yeah, he is. Lewis McWilliam in this lap. That's late on the brakes into the pit lane. Just gets it stopped. Juan Hernandez carries on. Juan has carried on for another lap. Luke Davis will carry on. He's on the mediums.
Half spin here.
There's Legend. Let's see. Battle of the pit lane. Aston Martin versus Aston Martin. Legend Rosenberg versus Lewis McWilliam. There is Lewis. Here is Legend Rosenberg. There's Lewis. You can see them now. Lewis McWilliam on the pit exit. Is Legend close? No. Lewis will get this one. Legend's going to be on his outside. Through turn one. Can Legend Rosenberg? Lewis has made a mistake. The Aston Martin side by side into turn number 3. They're still side by side. Jake Marsh could get involved. Legend shoves Lewis off the circuit just like his Dutch compatriot and takes P4 in this Grand Prix.
He's going to get an opportunity. He will dive down the inside, surely.
Jake's gone for Lewis down the inside, and he almost runs up the gearbox of Legend Rosenberg. He's going to keep it on the inside. Lewis is going to defend here to the inside through turn 7. This is so close for the 2 through Samsung. Jake holds it round the outside. If he can make this stick, what an overtake it will be. No, he cannot. Lewis will get the line into Craig Jones, but look at Aaron McFall up the inside. 3-way fight. Aaron's got the boat. What a move from Aaron McFall, but Lewis gets him on the inside. Lewis McWilliam will keep P5 up here, but Aaron sent it. Lewis just cuts him off. Legend Rosenberg is now cleared away. That move on the pits was absolutely crucial for Legend Rosenberg. That's Brady Pollock. That's Brady Pollock, who's been sent spinning. He's been in a Loctite battle with Kieran Spears, but he has been sent spinning. Marcel Maggiera just holding to the right hand side to let Legend through. Legend needs to get this done. He's burned quite a lot of ERS on this lap. Aaron McFall could look to get past Lewis. Almost sends one into turn 1. It was a risky manoeuvre if he went for it. Thankfully he didn't. But that was probably Jake's best chance to get past Lewis, and unfortunately he's fallen behind Aaron. Oh, Marcel's run wide. Marcel has run wide and he's back on the circuit. Lewis needs to get past Marcel Maggiera now. It's a big send from Lewis McWilliam down the inside. That was very late on the brakes, but very crucial. Marcel Maggiera is no slouch. He's going to fight this one back. Marcel has a pit, yes, side by side through turn number 7. Lewis has got the move done round the outside. Marcel's going to hold up Aaron a little bit here, I'm sure, as it'll let his teammate through. As Aaron is going to sneak it round the outside into Portimao. Good view on the other Ferrari. Surely Marcel's just going to let his teammate through here. Oh, he's tried to let... Yeah, I can see he's tried to let him through there. It just hasn't ended well in the slightest. These guys now separating a little bit. Juan Hernandez has given up and he's bailed into the pit lane. He is going to have much fresher mediums, though, than the guys in front of him. He could be on a bit of a charge.
With all the fighting.
Yeah, might have. He's avoided some scrapping there, but it is a long pit lane here in Portimao, and he will lose out a little bit. Legend Rosenberg, fastest lap of the Grand Prix, on course for a 3rd win in a row is Legend. It was a purple sector 3, however, for Lewis McWilliam. Where's Juan going to come out? He's still going to come out where he would have come out anyways. He's jumped his teammate Enzo.
Yeah, I don't think he jumped him. I think he just stayed ahead. And while pressure tires, he can start to push it towards Jake. And if he can catch Jake, then it won't be that far until he catches like Aaron and Lewis. As that is retirement from Tim Wentic in the pits.
That's a bad race for Tim Wenting. It all went wrong after that spin. If Juan can catch Jake, he'll get on to this battle. Oh, Aaron McFall in the gravel at Samsung. The Alpine has taken a trip into the gravel and will fall down the order. And he's lost the rear. He's almost smashed into the Jackson Turner. It was a big squiggle, but he's caught it, and he's down to P8, and Aaron McFall has bottled it, quite frankly. He was in a fantastic position, but he's fallen down the order as he went into the gravel at Samsung. This promotes Jake Marsh onto what will be the podium once Luke Davies piles into the pit lane. He is, him and Gift are the only two who have not made a pit stop yet.
Yep, as Luke is leading an FER Grand Prix, adding on to his good performance in FERA yesterday.
Yeah, Luke doing well for himself now. Of course, he won't be leading by the time he pits, but he still led a couple of laps here. We're on lap 16 out of 33. It's been an exciting race so far, I have to say. As Legend, Legend almost having a slide there. I'm glad you caught that one as well, Brendan. I thought it was my eyes deceiving me. As yellow flag, it's Aaron McFall again. It is Aaron McFall again. What's happened there? I can't quite tell, but it is Aaron McFall out of the points.
Yep, out of the points, and...
Oh, he's gone again. He's gone again, and that's it. That's race over for Aaron McFall. That is it done, I'm afraid. No points surely today for him unless we get some sort of safety car. Yeah, he has warm tyres, so he won't be really playing a part in the battle for the race win unless we get some sort of safety car.
If Aaron has any sort of slide, it could affect him.
Yeah, Marcel has to watch there as Lewis almost back in the DRS of his teammate. He was back in the DRS for a slight moment heading into that corner, but unfortunately not now. The two Astons pushing each other just like last season.
Yeah, situation. Lewis a little bit more this time.
Lewis a little bit more this time. He's has the advantage now. So let's see what he can do. Lewis McWilliam is pushing to try and take a race win. He hasn't taken one this season. He was close in Austria and close in Brazil, but just couldn't take it. Just fell on different occasions. Legend Rosenberg has taken them both this season. So that was a fantastic scrap out of the pits. I think we could get that one again between the Aston Martins if they do. If Lewis does catch up, and he is catching up, he has superior pace to Legend, and that's weird actually, Brendan, because Legend was the man with the better pace of the Astons in the first stint.
Yeah, it seems like they're even enough that the man at DRS, man behind is nearly, because they're trying to target, they're going that little bit quicker.
Yeah, they're pushing, because they do have targets to reach, and that is the 1 second mark. Lewis is well within it now. These two could start fighting. If these two start fighting, could invite Jake Marsh back, who's fallen off the back due to the battles with Aaron McFall. Well, we'll see here. These Astons just have superior pace at the front of the grid. They take almost everything. Is Lewis going to try something? Legend was a bit timid in terms of overtaking. He did not sit behind. Lewis McWilliam certainly won't sit behind, and he's gaining. Is he close enough into 1? No, he's not. Is he going to go for it into 3? I imagine not, because it'd be a bit of a dumb move to do on your teammate. And he hasn't gone for it. He will sit behind. He could go for it in the hairpin. Legend's a bit dodgy through there today. We've seen that. Lewis has got a fantastic exit out of the uphill corner. Here's another battle between the Aston Martins. We said we wanted to see one. Lewis McWilliam down the inside. Legend does not even defend it. Tries to switch back maneuver. Lewis has had a bit of a rear slide. They will be side by side again. No, they will not. Legend Rosenberg with a much better exit on Lewis McWilliam. Played the switch back well, and Aaron has retired in the pit lane.
Yep. That is 4 retirements now, and well, I see Jake is close up 6 tenths in that.
Yeah, just that little bit of a battle. Lewis went for the move. He had a good chance for the move. He completely muddled it up. Luke Davies is going to get involved in this fight almost. He needs to make a pit stop, remember. He will go with a set of softs towards the end of the race. He could almost go for them in a couple laps' time.
Just maybe in 4 more laps.
He probably will just let these guys through. He doesn't want to affect his own race too much.
Honestly, whoever Legend knows he should really defend here because now, yeah, he will be ahead and he should have DRS on this straight thanks to Luke. So that means Lewis's chances of getting a move done here would be a bit less.
Yep, here he goes though, Lewis McWilliam. He's still going to try it. He's still going to... No, he hasn't got the exit because Legend has the DRS from Lightning Luke Davis to just boost him through the corners. We have a nice spam shot there. Juan is catching up to Jake Marsh. Those two could lock into battle in a couple laps time. Juan has gained well on the Ferrari.
This is going to provide great opportunity for both Jake and Juan.
Two Hasses going at it. Sam Davis, I have to say, hats off to him. He's had a fantastic comeback drive in this Grand Prix. Sam really proving to be the old Sam Davis day we know and love.
Look at this. We have...
This could get really interesting here, Brendan, because Legend has to make a move too.
Legend should be able to make a move, and if he can make the move without Lewis making the same move, then it's going to... Hold up.
Oh, Luke's in! Luke's in! He's played the card well here, because Legend now is DRS and can defend. He doesn't have to make the move. No way Lewis gets it done into turn 1 here. Legend has been spared another lap. 13 laps to go. We're in for an interesting fight. Luke Davis didn't want to get involved in that. He actually, technically, Luke played that to perfection because he's lost no time in dirty air being stuck behind a car. He's straight in once someone came up close to him.
Yeah, perfect.
And he'll come out in the point scoring position, so can go for a real charge now.
Extremely close.
Yep, Lewis is close. He wants this race win. Always wants to win, does Lewis McWilliam.
Yes.
Felt hard done by a 5-second penalty last week, so he'll certainly want to prove me wrong anyways.
Jake, 1.5. It was 2.2 not too long ago, but now it's 1.5.
Yeah, Juan was catching a lot as well. Juan has lost 0.2 of a second almost. So Jake's going for it. Do not count out Jake Marsh as an opportunity in this race, because if these two start fighting, Jake will just sneak his way back up there, and Jake Marsh is a great driver when he wants to be.
I assume he wants to be a great driver.
Yeah, I assume he does want to all the time, but you know what I mean, Brendan.
Yeah. Let's see, is Lewis going to go for it here? He's
used a bit of ERS. He's burning a bit of DRS, is Lewis McWilliam. Obviously he's going to use the DRS, he's going to go for it into turn 1. Surely Legend can't even defend this one. Lewis McWilliam takes the lead of the Portuguese Grand Prix. Legend Rosenberg's going to fight back though. No, can't go down the inside. He can go down the inside as he's just pushed his teammate wide. Legend gets the launch now and we'll get the DRS. Lewis has to do the defending down into the hairpin. Lewis, a little bit weavy on the brakes. But Legend going to go for the better exit here and try get the move done. No, Legend will sit behind in the DRS surely. Now let's see, does the pace from Lewis, is it still really good? Jake Marsh hasn't been able to capitalise too much because these guys haven't gone fighting.
Yeah, that is the whole thing. It's 1.7 now.
And Juan is 0.5 of a second behind Jake, so he's lost time.
Or not even, he didn't even lose that much. I think it's just...
I think Juan's just fast.
Juan's just been fast, that's all.
Enzo's still in a great spot as well. 5th spot, not doing too bad. Jackson Turner, good debut. P6 for Alfa Romeo so far. Alfa Romeo could do with the result.
Let's see, what's Legend going to do? He has used a bit of ERS there. And Lewis a bit far up the road.
Yeah, Lewis has driven that lap well. He has driven it very well. Legend not close enough for a move into turn number 1. He may just wait a few laps though, just let Lewis burn a little bit, see how Lewis's pace truly is. Juan Hernandez though is definitely going to look for a move. These two aren't teammates, these two are going to have a scrap. That's the fastest lap of the race for Luke Davies. Excellent stuff from Luke, and Legend has kept with Lewis despite Lewis having a 6/10 advantage. That second DRS straight is proving the most crucial one for Aston Martin.
Yep, because it's just giving that chance for it to close up a bit before the corners where it's very easy to have dirty air or just a little bit less grip because you're behind another car. the aero gets that bit more disturbed.
Whatever happens here, Aston Martin will not want to collide. They are in a brilliant position to extend their championship lead. They are in 1-2, and Jake Marsh is 1.8 behind them. They do not want to make contact. I imagine Juan could look for a move here almost. Legend's burning. Legend is... He wants to win his third race in a row.
Closer this time.
Yeah, he's a bit closer now, but I don't think he's close enough in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, but it might be enough for him to set up a move, maybe.
Juan Hernandez is very close. Juan Hernandez is going to go for it into turn one. Down the inside goes the Spaniard, and he takes the move. Jake Marsh, absolutely no defence. Nothing he could do from that one. Keep an eye on Juan. He could try catch Legend now.
Well, Juan now, he has a mission, and that will have to be to close down that 2.2 second gap to the Astons.
Bit of a tyre advantage. He could do it.
Yeah, he has that on his side. Junior has picked up a penalty.
Yeah, it's 3 seconds for Giffachero, who's running 14th on his return. That's 14 out of 16. So that's the Mercedes team boss, Khalil, celebrating there that Juan's got that move done. Crucial move for Juan, and he's got it done. He's on the podium now, is Juan Hernandez. After not the best start to the season for the Merc crew.
Yep. Get up and running. Is that a new plan? It's starting to come together a little.
It is just like the real one. Juan is starting to get some podiums, and that's, as we were saying, he was running well. That's Junior out. This could bring out a safety car. This has brought out a safety car, Brendan. And now the double stack is on. Legend Rosenberg, you're going to lose a few spots, I'm afraid, buddy. That's Juan. Don't go for Juan. Yep, Juan knows. He read my rules. He's not allowed to overtake in the pit lane. But Legend...
He nearly did.
Legend just slowed a little bit too much there. We'll have to take a look at his delta times. He will still be held, will the Aston Martin. He will lose a few spots.
I think it would make sense to punish him, given that he is...
Yeah, he is going to lose a spot anyways. He's lost to Juan, he's lost to Jake, and he's got out behind Jake Marsh. And this is going to be everyone in the pits. Luke Davis will stay out here. Luke Davis could gain a few spots from this. Luke Davis is going to gain a few spots from this indeed. Luke Davis has spun Juan. Oh no. The exit of the pit lane.
Juan's got 5 seconds for that.
Juan's got 5 seconds for that. And Luke Davis has unfortunately been involved in a crucial incident there. Juan has received 5 seconds, and Juan has dropped down to 6th spot.
Juan hasn't lost out much there. He is lucky in that sense. The fact there was a safety car. Otherwise, he would have been out of points.
Oh yeah, I think Luke's just a little bit too eager. A little bit too eager, as Kieran Spears has stayed out and leads this Grand Prix.
Let me see. Did Luke get a 5 seconds for that?
I don't think he did. I think it was just Juan who got the penalty, which is rather funny.
He had a 10 seconds, so something's went on there. He got 2 penalties on this lap.
So he's obviously got them both for that incident. They will be removed, folks, for all the ones watching at home. There's no way he'll be keeping them, unless he's deemed at fault.
Well, he got 2 penalties for a severe collision with her 16 rod.
Who did? Luke? Oh, Luke got the penalties. Apologies. Yeah, Luke's got the penalties. Juan's got 1. So that kind of evens it out. Luke Davis, he was on. He could have been on for a podium there if he had played his cards right. Unfortunately, he's received some penalties.
Leading the Grand Prix.
Yeah, Kieran Spears leading, and Sam Davis is into the pits now. He put on the mediums up by accident. If that's not a Sam Davis moment, absolutely nothing is.
Let's see. He'll drop back out behind Marcel Magiera.
Yeah, he'll get out in front of Borbune, I think. Or will he? Oh yeah, he will easily. Long straight here in Portimao. Tyler saying Kieran is trying to get back to season 3. Me at Silverstone. Headbreaker to you, Tyler. It was season 4, buddy, and that was round 3. Of course, we're on round 3 here, so it would make sense.
Of course, Tyler is able to remember what season he won in.
Yeah, it was voted one of the best FEO races of all time. The season 4 British Grand Prix. I don't think Portugal will, but we still have a few laps to improve that. And Lewis needs to make the crucial move on Kieran early because, well, he has Luke Davies behind him for a little bit of protection, and Jake Marsh. It's not his teammate, Legend Rosenberg. As I imagine we'll be in this lap. Brady and Bill, no, they're a little bit far behind, mind you. We could get an extra lap of safety car precautions here.
Yep, we could well get that.
Maybe a late call, maybe. Could get a late call. Although Brady's hardly pacing it to catch up. Oh, this could be a late call here, folks.
No, I don't think it's never this late.
We'll wait and see.
Another lap here.
Yeah, we're in this lap. It's a very, very late call. The safety car will pile on into the pit lane. Brady is just about caught up. Here we go then. Kieran Spears, enjoy your first FBO safety car restart. It's probably not the best preparation for it, as he has Lewis McWilliam, Mr. Lewis, Eager McWilliam behind him. Try catch them out here, Kieran. He's definitely did one of these before in other leagues, and he's gone, and he's caught Lewis out. What a restart from Kieran Spears! Look at this! We're 5-1! Look at this! On the main straight! What a battle here! Lewis and Juan, they made contact! Juan is spun round, Enzo's true, Jake's true! There's an Aston gone off there, Legend Rosenberg. It's chaos! It is utter chaos on the main straight. It is mental. Jake Marsh is up to 4th. Luke has kept 3rd. The top 4 have remained the same. Jackson Turner's up to 6th. Legend is in 7th. What's the run down the straight? We were 6 wide at one point, folks. That was crazy. Lap 26 of 33. Kieran Spears leads the Portuguese Grand Prix for a little bit here. He's caught out Lewis, and he's caused chaos behind him.
Yeah. Crazy.
That was crazy. I imagine Lewis will get the move done on Kieran Spears here, as he ended up spinning Juan into turn 1, although I don't think you could blame anyone for that. That was just chaos into turn number 1. The worst corner that 6 wide could possibly go into. Lewis McWilliam's got to be up the inside, and is he going to get a bit of karma from Manel and Tons last season? Manel certainly will be hoping if he's watching at home, but Kieran Spears he's going to drag him here in the straight. He fancies a win tonight, does Kieran? Lewis is still on the outside. I think he should be safe here into turn 1. Kieran versus Lewis. Kieran holds it round the outside. Excellent racing from the Hassman. He's kept it in here. But Lewis will take the race lead for certain, unless Lewis can't fight this one back. But Jake Marsh has snuck up to 3rd spot, quite crucially. This little bit of a delay for Lewis in getting past could prove crucial for the race of Jake Marsh. Kieran, bit late in the brakes! Very late in the brakes for the Hassman, as Luke Davies is trying to try one up the inside. Sam Davis and Jackson Turner having a fight. Jackson is trying to get to P7. Jake Marsh is definitely going to try and move on Kieran Spears into Portimao now and get on the back of Lewis McWilliam. He's had to lift off a little bit, but he's gone down the inside, and that is a beautifully executed... Whoa, let me try that one again. That is a beautifully executed move for Jake Marsh, but Kieran Spears tries back down the inside. Jake won't get the optimal line on the apex. Kieran still fights it in, almost sent round by Luke Davies. Luke on older softs, but still on good softs, as he has a few safety car laps on them ones, of course. He'll be trying to get past Kieran now. These two, not really experienced a P3 and a P4 in terms of right now in the Grand Prix, in terms of chaos racing, and I'd like to call it, after a safety car. Apologies, Kieran has burned too much ERS here. He's not going to be in any sort of shout. He's burned it all, so has Luke. Enzo King and Juan Hernandez is down to 15th. We didn't really comment on where he went to after that spin with Lewis McWilliam, but he is down to 15th. As Luke is trying to get past Kieran Spears. Is he going to send one? No, he's not. Enzo King could look to send one now. Enzo is probably well more experienced than the two drivers he has sat in front of him.
Well, see, Luke has some penalties from the game for the collision with Juan Hernandez. And so you have to see who was at fault for that collision under safety car. So it may well depend on who was ahead when Luke got to the end of the pit exit.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. As Lewis McWilliam is leading by 1.3 seconds with Jake Marsh behind him. Jake needs to get into that DRS if he wants to put up a fight here. He's had a wobble, has Jake Marsh. About even on the ERS front, not really, but Jake has had a wobble there and he will lose a bit of time down this main straight. Lightning Luke is definitely going to go for a move on Kieran Spears now, although he's all out of the battery. He's literally flatlining it and he's on 0, but he still has a lot of straight line speed. Enzo King looking to get involved in this one as well. Enzo King, Luke spun! Luke's been spun round by Kieran Spears and he is out of the points on his Alpine debut. Legend has been hit there from, I think it was his fellow Dutchman Sam Davis.
No, I think Legend tried to move down the inside, and he just wasn't really on.
It just didn't work from.
Aggressive, as he's pretty much dived it down and made sure Sam had no way to switch back. As now he's under pressure from Jackson, so this is one move causes about 5 others.
Yeah, this is crazy racing as the front two have soared away now. They're in a world of their own at this moment in time. But Enzo King is looking to try get on the podium and avenge his teammate Juan Hernandez. Enzo, he's quite a common feature sometimes on the podium. Very steady. He is Enzo. He gets up there and he gets the results for the Mercedes crew. Of course, taking 3 race wins in his time at different teams. One of them in the Mercedes last season in Austria, as Jackson's picked up a 3-second time penalty. He has Liam Redmond behind him, attacking him now.
Santos should be passed and get on to the podium properly. And
yep, he's passed.
You know what the next race is? I believe it is Baku.
It is Azerbaijan. Enzo, the only ever winner in 2 occasions of the FIO Azerbaijan Grand Prix. While we have the name Azerbaijan, he's very comfortable around the Baku City street circuit, that is for sure. Legend Rosenberg. Oh, Kieran Spears has had a wobble, and Legend is surely passed now up into P4. He got attack Enzo. Now, oh no! It's all gone wrong there for Kieran Spears. He's been bumped off the circuit and has destroyed the 50-meter braking board. But I don't believe it was any fault of his own in terms of why that was destroyed. Yeah, but he may have picked up some wing damage. Those tyres are definitely dead on the Haas, and I think he'd be better just letting his teammate through right now.
Yeah. And obviously, it's been a good race for the Haas's, but if they have to be careful here.
Yep, he's let Sam through.
No disasters today.
Oh, that's terrible, Brendan. That's an excellent team orders there. Much better than the other team who did it earlier, and I don't even know what team that was. Oh, yeah, it was Mercedes. That is much better. As Lewis is going to surely win this one unless something goes wrong, because he is leading by 1.7 seconds ahead of Jake Marsh. I can't imagine Lewis will make a mistake now. He is very consistent. As Khalil channeling his inner Toto Wolff and asking for penalties for people. It'll all be investigated by the stewards after the Grand Prix. Liam Redmond and Brady Pollock now. Brady trying one back up the inside. We're on board with Marcel Maggiera having a look at this fight in front, as Liam Redmond has got the move done on Brady, although Brady may try one back down the inside. Here comes the AlphaTauri. No, he is not close enough. This Legend right behind Enzo now, but still just has a few laps.
Just look at Liam though. He is really in a position to profit.
Yeah, because the guys in front of him have penalties, and penalties could play a crucial part here, as Legend Rosenberg has one.
Yeah, Legend probably... Well, he'll drop behind Sam anyway.
Yeah, Sam Davis Day in a great spot here. Definitely driver of the day performance from my perspective is Sam Davis.
Yeah, it could be maybe a podium on the cards if he could get past Legend, or even just end up follow Legend through if he can pass Enzo.
Yeah, of course Legend will be still trying to get past Enzo because he'll do everything in his power to try get a better position, but Enzo channeling his inner Aaron McFall and going for a little bit of a weave down the straight. Here comes Legend Rosenberg. Is he going to try the inside? No, much clever decision there. He's going to try one into turn 3 or the hairpin, surely on Enzo King. Kieran Spears picks up a time penalty. He will fall further down the pack. He'll definitely fall at least behind Liam Redmond. As Juan is in 12th, if you're wondering on the status of the other Mercedes.
Well, I'd say if he can get the penalty removed, then he will be able to get back up into the points, but it just hasn't been quite the season he was looking for.
No, it hasn't. It was all going really well until that incident with Luke Davis.
Yeah, there's been just that constant thing of something happening in the race that just drops him out
Yeah,
of
of course, was having a
contention.
great race in Brazil, and he had an incident as well where he was sent to the back.
Yeah, all the safety car restart, so
Yeah,
turn
but he
one.
doesn't like safety cars in Formula Virtual Racing, most certainly, but we enter the final lap, and it's looking like it will be a comfortable Lewis McWilliam victory in the end. He's drove well today, has Lewis, and he will close the championship lead to his teammate Legend Rosenberg, but Legend, I'm sure, will still be leading it. Legend will hopefully be in a one position higher by the end of this main straight. Enzo weaving. Legend to the inside goes the Dutchman. I think Enzo will still comfortably have this one due to the penalty for Legend Rosenberg, as Sam Davis is not very close behind.
Yeah, just not close enough. If he was able to just sneak one, you can't really lose 2 seconds, even if there is, even if they lose time battling.
That's Jackson Turner gone up the inside of Kieran Spears. Kieran did really well to still be in a provisional P6.
9 seconds up.
Yeah, he's going to suffer with the penalties, but he still did really well just to keep this car in the circuit compared to all the fresh softs. He's on old mediums, he is. And we'll see what he can do. Lewis McWilliam, though, is rounding the final few corners. He's got to win the Portuguese Grand Prix, something he could not do last season. It was a crucial race for his championship challenge last season. It could be this season, who knows? Rounding the proper last braking zone, it will be Lewis McWilliam. He will come round, and the Scottish Warrior will take his first victory of the season. Struggle in Brazil, struggle in Austria, but Lewis McWilliam is going to win the Portuguese Grand Prix. Jake Marsh second and takes a podium. Excellent result for him. Legend will drop down to 5th position. Kieran Spears will drop quite a bit, as he will drop.
Liam up to 6th.
Oh
Not
God,
bad.
Kieran has dropped to 12th. Liam Redmond will drop. He will gain 6th. Thomas will finish 7th. Jackson 8th. Brady 9th. Marcel Magiera in 10th. And Juan has managed to get 11th. So still could salvage some points from this one if he can get that penalty removed. His driver today says the game is Sam Davis, and honestly I have to agree. That was an excellent performance from him. We haven't seen that in a while from Sam Davis.
Yeah, good point. Some people returning there.
Yep, Sam, it'd be good to get him back. He's a fantastic driver, and we need someone to challenge these Aston Martins. They have been superior.
Yeah, Aston Martin. Fairly quick, you might say.
Yeah, very good for Aston Martin. It is Lewis McWilliam who wins the Portuguese Grand Prix, followed by Jake Marsh in 2nd position, Enzo King in 3rd, Sam Davis, apologies, in 4th, Legend Rosenberg 5th, Liam Redmond in 6th, Thomas in 7th, Jackson Turner in 8th, Brady Pollock in 9th, and Marcel Magiera rounds out the points in 10th. Yeah, an interesting race. Good debut from Jackson.
Juan could jump up to 7th here
He
if
could.
he can get that penalty removed. Although, Luke saying that it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it was a good debut for a few drivers tonight. It was a good debut for Jackson, but he just lacked some things in his race. I'm sorry, he asked me to try and make a pun. That's my best effort. I can't get anything else. Legend's not happy with a few people here. I'm not going to repeat the exact phrase he's just said, but he's not very happy. Brendan, final thoughts on that one?
Well, a bit more cleaner than last week, although that safety car restart was a bit crazy. And you have to wonder, was there just maybe someone just put a wheel somewhere where they shouldn't have, and it might cause 1 or 2 other things. So you might see something from that, but otherwise, fairly clean.
Yeah, it was a lot cleaner, apart from that, like, 6 wide thing. Whatever happened there.
Yeah. I suppose the new safety award. I suppose we'll give it to Liam.
Yeah, Liam, you can have it. Well done, Liam. That was an excellent performance from him. But that is all we do have time for here in Formula Virtual Racing. Do keep an eye on our Instagram and our socials to keep up with the latest Formula Virtual Racing news. And join us next week for Azerbaijan, whatever you like to call it. It'll be a fantastic race here on F1's most exciting league race. That's a new slogan for us. I'll get that into the branding department, it's just me. But thank you all for joining us tonight. We do hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.